Hey sis, welcome back. It's Christina Sierra here. I hope and pray you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, hello or welcome. My name is Christina Sierra and I help sisters confidently step into their God-given purpose. So today I wanted to come and talk to you all about the word that God gave me for this year, which the word he gave me was rest. And when he originally gave it to me, my mind kind of went somewhere else with it, like just relax and, self-care and blah, blah, blah. Like that's kind of what went through my mind. But that's not at all what he meant. Like, although he wants me to rest, there is still a lot at play. There's still a lot of things that's going on. And I want to share that with you all. Again, I really do feel like a lot of the things that the Father is like doing something that happened today. Sidetrack, sorry. But I was watching something on YouTube, another sister that was in ministry, but she was talking, but I don't know if it was a vision or whatever, but I kind of felt like the messages that God is giving me like he's given to others. Like I'm my own person, right? I'm my own being. And I feel like I have a connection, with God to like where, he just sits and talks to me, he gives me downloads. But I kind of got a vision of like God speaking to a group of daughters, right? And I don't know, maybe it's all the same mission. I'm not sure. But it was like he was speaking to all of us, but it was like on Zoom. But we did not know that we were on Zoom, right? So that's like the best way I can explain it. But it's like he's given the messages he's given to me, he's also given it to like other people at like the same time, if that makes sense. As he's speaking to me, he's speaking to others, right? So while I like speak to one individual, when you can speak to a whole group of individuals and like save time, although like time doesn't matter to God. I don't know, but that's just kind of what hit me this morning as I was watching this video. But um so rest is what hit me, but I feel like God is going to, this message is going to um, be relevant to a lot of you that are going to watch it. Okay, so things are still unfolding, and I pray that the Holy Spirit would give me the words to speak and articulate. Again, I'm just showing up. That's all I'm doing. I don't have any notes or anything. I am about to get ready to go, so I don't want to rush this. I do want to allow space for the Holy Spirit to speak and say what needs to be said. But yeah, so I told you 2024 was a year, right? I tried to do things on my own. I failed. It was horrible. I was scared. It was cold and crazy out there in the world, right? Towards the end, I came back and was like, help me. I'm sorry. And I kind of felt like God acknowledged the fact or acknowledged that I have been worrying for the past at least like 12 years, right? Like I have been just engaging in spiritual warfare for like the past 12 years. And it was kind of like I feel like she's learned what she needs to learn thus far. And I don't want to say to take a seat, with spiritual warfare because I'm about to start going harder. But I think now God is like, let's deal with some other stuff. So he told me my word was rest. And again, in my mind, it's like, I'm just going to sit and like receive and I'm not going to do anything hard. And things started to unfold towards the beginning of the year. So I work and I'm currently only working on the weekends at a hospital. And for some reason, like I only work on the weekends, but it'd be so hard for me to take my butt to work on the weekends. Like I dread going to work. Now there's different reasons why, this was coming to play. But I remember on my way to work one day, I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't want to do this. And I heard God say, you need to rest. And then he instructed me to request off for the month of February. So when I hear it, I'm like, okay, the whole month of February, like, okay. And I wasn't sure how this was going to play out, but I went to work and there was someone that was like working with me that day. And I asked, like, what's the process of like requesting off, like, and they was just basically saying, hey, today is the last day to put it in for February. So that worked out. because I had that was the last time that I could do it that day. And basically if you ask for it, usually they give it to you and then they just have someone pick up your shift. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'll be blessing someone with my hours, someone who like needs them or wants them, right? That's how in my mind I'm looking at it because I'm trying to find some encouragement to have me write this email while I'm requesting for the whole month of February off. So I'm like, oh, I'm doing some good for somebody. So I was telling my coworker, hey, I think I'm about to go ahead and like request off, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, really? So I went ahead and typed that email up, pushed that email out. And within like an hour, I got a call from like one of the team members and they was like, are you okay, Christina? And I'm like, yeah, how are you? What's going on? And they was like, well, you requested the whole month of February off. Just want to make sure that you're okay. And then I'm like, yes, I'm okay. I'm trying to figure out life. I get in this whole spiel of like me trying to figure out life. And I need some time. I need a moment. And I figured, I need to start asking for what I want. If I want something, just ask for it. And if people can provide it, then hey, great. If not, then that's fine too. So yes, I am asking for February off. But note that I'm not asking because anything like is happening traumatic to where I just can't be here. If you can't provide it, if there's days where you need me to come in, then like let me know. That's fine. I am just trying to figure some things out in life. Okay. So I had that conversation with one of like the team leaders or whatever, and they was like, you know what? Okay. It's funny, like just kind of going back because she was just like, okay, they don't pay me enough for this. But it was like, okay, I'm just gonna put it in and like see what happens. Just know that the boss may call you and ask, hey, are you okay? And I was like, that's fine. If the boss called, then I'll talk to him and let him know, everything's good and blah blah blah. So they ended up giving me the whole month of February off. And it has been so awesome. Like, I feel like that was just one worry and stress that I just not have to worry about, like, right now. But in the midst of that, God is really working. And I felt like He needed me to just, like, let go of some stuff so that He can talk. He can talk to me and I can listen and I can hear, what needs to be heard and, like, what needs to be done. Because I'm kind of at the point where it's like, what am I doing now? Here, Lord, you have me. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm energized. What are we doing? And so now I feel like he's able to like tell me what's going on. So, um, the last video I did, I talked about survival mode, right? And how God was like revealing to me that my mind has been wounded. Like it ain't how it's supposed to be. And not only like should I be allowing him to renew my mind, but I need him to heal it, right? From like the past trauma and things that I've been experienced over the past years or whatever. Well, I came across another video where this person was talking about 2025 is all about rest, right? And she was saying how as we're trying to get and step into all that's for us, God is going to start bringing things to the surface that needs to be dealt with. And we need to be resting in this period because when we rest, that's when things start to come up. She made the point that a lot of people, they try to stay busy, they're constantly working, constantly like doing multiple things. They cannot sit still. They don't want to be in their heads. Like they don't want to deal with their thoughts, right? They don't want to be alone with their thoughts. And this is where the breakthrough happens. Like this is where the enemy is going to start coming up. Like, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? Like when you have nothing going on, when you're just sitting there, just quiet, pitch black or just quiet and it's just you, how are you feeling? Like what emotions are coming up? And so she was saying how the things that you are feeling that are bad or negative or whatever, those are the things that you need to deal with. So this is when I was like, oh, so this is not at all about me like arresting with self-care and like pedicures and medicures and all of that. We're still working, like we're doing some deep spiritual warfare, literally for like the soul and the mind. So I already told you that he told me that my mind was wounded, but this is a way that he's going to allow me to reset it. He's going to allow me to see, like, just sit, right? And just allow my mind to, y'all know I stay in my mind. I'm always in my mind. But this time he's saying, again, be purposeful while you're in there. But don't just be in there like blah, blah, blah. Be purposeful. So I'm starting to just sit with my thoughts. And I've always known to like feel like I always know that, you have the choice to be angry, to be mad, to be upset, right? I feel as though those are like entities, those are things that can get on you, can be in you, and if you just rebuke them, like they don't have the authority to manifest through you. So if you don't want to be sad, then just don't be sad. Like rebuke it and just be happy, right? But I feel like God is like, pay attention to the thoughts and where the thoughts, the feelings that's behind the thoughts, right? Because this is where I would start to feel, the old wounds, the daddy issues, the abandonment issues, like everything that's going up. So when I'm replaying these things in my mind, how am I feeling? Am I feeling some sort of way? Am I feeling good or bad? Hold on one second. Sorry, my son had came down and was trying to redirect him. But yeah, so he's like, you know what? You don't have anything else to worry about right now, right? You don't have to go to work, right? You can kind of figure out the things that need to be done during the week. But right now, I need you to just deal with self. I need you to feel those uncomfortable feelings. Deal with those uncomfortable feelings. Rebuke, cast out, get deliverance from those uncomfortable feelings because those are the things that are hindering me from going, from being, from doing, from receiving whatever it is that I'm trying to do, be, see, receive from the Father. So I know that this is going to go deeper as far as him telling me to rest. Not really about me getting a lot of sleep and all of that. And I mentioned in one of the videos how like because I received that word, it's like, okay, well let me be intentional about my evenings, about my sleep, and about my mornings. So that's what I started to do. Before, say maybe an hour, even before an hour before I go to bed, I'm already shutting down. I have a routine to where I am very intentional with paying attention to what I am doing before I go to bed, ensuring that I am getting enough sleep. Someone told me I was lazy because I told them I needed 7, 8 hours of sleep. That was funny to me because it sounds like a lot of sleep, but I know that's what my body needs, right? I know people are out here operating on 4 hours of sleep. I've tried it, I've done it. Again, that's something like that's like of the world. When I was in the world that I tried to just survive on 4 hours. It's not for me. I need my 7, 8 hours of sleep. Right. If I want to be all that I can be, happy, encouraging, and loving towards others, I'm gonna need my 7, 8 hours, right? That's something that God revealed to me. Like get your sleep because when you're not well rested, it's going to affect like your mood and all of those stuff, right? So my evenings, my sleep, and then also my mornings, ensuring that I am being intentional with my mornings, setting the day, spending time with the Father, stepping into that authority, the power, just feeling empowered as I am stepping out of my bedroom, right? So that played into him telling me to rest. And I thought, that's all I had to do was just, get more structured at the night and wake up and then like la 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 la. And God is like, yeah, no. We got a lot of work to do that's going to require your full attention. So I do know that there's more to come. There's more to kind of like dig deep and to uncover and to be revealed and all of that. But I do know I'm on the right track, y'all. It feels so good because again, 2024, I felt so how did I feel? I didn't feel defeated. I just felt like I was just doing it by myself, y'all. I was just trying to do everything by myself because things weren't happening the way that I needed to or as quickly as I needed it to, and it wasn't fun. I was so drained, like trying to do things by my own strength. Do y'all know how much strength? I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of strength, like at all. So I am nothing without God. Like I am absolutely nothing without the Father. So I feel loved. I feel safe. I feel protected. I feel like God is like, come back, daughter. Like, come on in here and like, let's get to work. And I'm like, yay. What are we doing? Let's go, let's go. So I'm super excited about what God is doing, not only for me, but for you all as well. Again, he kind of gave me that vision of like, as I'm speaking to you, I'm also downloading this into other sisters, right? So that's super, super, super exciting. Just to think of like the impact that God is going to make through us, and then also the impact that we're able to make because of our obedience. But yeah, I hope you all are doing good. I hope these messages are helping some sort of way, encouraging, they're relatable. Gonna keep showing up. Okay. Um, yeah, that's all I have. Um, any questions, put them in the comment section and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.